Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will show you two very easy ways of preparing emulsified beetroot face and body oil at home. Before we start, I will first show you how to prepare the beetroot extract that we will be using. To prepare the extract, we need beetroot powder. You can either buy beetroot powder from any health food store in your area or make it yourself at home. If you choose to make the powder at home, make sure you use only organic beetroot. To make a reasonable amount, you will need at least 3 medium-sized beetroots. Wash the beetroot thoroughly, remove the outer skin, and cut into very thin slices. I place the slices on a parchment paper and dry in the sun. When it is dry, blend into a powder using a food processor, blender, or coffee grinder. Please make sure that the beetroot is completely dry. Otherwise, you will have problems grinding it into a powder. And you will not be able to store the powder for long because of moisture. Take the amount you need for the extract and store the rest in an airtight container. To prepare 50 grams of beetroot extract, you will need 2 grams of beetroot powder. Put the powder in a clean container. Add 60 grams of vegetable glycerine to the beetroot powder. Mix well. Close the container airtight and store at room temperature for 1 week. Remember to mix once a day. After 1 week, the extract is ready. Please do not mix the mixture on the day of filtering. This will make it easier to filter the extract, as the beetroot will be at the bottom of the jar and the glycerine at the top. I filter the extract through a cheesecloth, and I only filter the amount that I need for the recipe. If you wish, you can filter everything so that it is ready to use when you need it. We need to be patient because due to the thickness of the glycerine, it will take a while to filter the extract, unless you decide to squeeze it out. After I filter the quantity needed for this recipe, I keep it aside. For the first recipe, I am preparing 50 grams of this emulsified beetroot face and body oil. Here, I have listed the ingredients for a 100-gram formula. I take a glass beaker, pour the amount of oil that I need into the beaker. I am using fractionated coconut oil for this recipe. You can use any oil of your choice. Please choose one that feels light on the skin, such as Squalane or fractionated coconut oil. Add your vitamin E to the oil and mix well. After mixing, I keep aside. Take the emulsifier. I am using Imwitor 375 as my emulsifier. Add the beetroot extract to the emulsifier and mix until they are well blended. Imwitor 375 is a 100% natural palm-free liquid emulsifier derived mainly from sunflower seed oil and vegetable sources of lactic acid and citric acid. This emulsifier feels very light on the skin, it is easily absorbed, and leaves a silky smooth feeling on the skin. When the mixture has blended well, add it to the oil. If you cannot find Imwitor in your area, you can experiment with other liquid emulsifiers you can find. I will leave the links from where I bought the ingredients in the description box below. Mix until the mixture homogenizes. Then I blend for some few seconds. After blending for some few seconds, mix your xanthan gum and your vegetable glycerine and add to the mixture. Then blend again for about 1 minute. Lastly, add in the preservative and mix well. After mixing, pour the oil into a clean sterilized container. This emulsified beetroot face and body oil can be used in the morning and evening. When used, it will help hydrate and moisturize the skin and fade dark spots. This is what the oil looks like after 1 day. Before using it, I just have to shake it a bit to get a nice balance, as you can see here. Here I have 2 samples. The one on the right is with an emulsifier and xanthan gum, and the one on the left is just the extract and oil. When I shake the one with the emulsifier, it mixes very well and only starts to separate after about 4 to 5 hours. And when I shake the one with just the extract and the oil, it separates immediately. This is just to show you why we need an emulsifier for this body oil, which is why I call it an emulsified body oil. For the second recipe, I have listed the ingredient for a 100-gram formula. I will leave the links from where I got the ingredients in the description box below. For this recipe, I am using a derivative of lanolin. Lanolin is derived from sheep's wool, but in this recipe, I am using a plant-derived derivative that perfectly mimics the lanolin found in sheep's wool. It looks similar to lanolin derived from sheep's wool, and the sensory properties such as spreadability, shine, stickiness, thickness, and elasticity are very similar. You can of course use lanolin extracted from sheep's wool if this is what you prefer. Just make sure it is pesticide-free. Add the beetroot extract to the lanolin derivative and mix till the mixture homogenizes. The structure of this lanolin derivative and sheep's wool lanolin enables us to prepare this recipe without adding xanthan gum. When it is well mixed, add about 1/4 of the oil to the mixture and continue to mix it. Mix until it is well blended. When you have a consistency like the one in the video, place the bowl in a warm water bath for about a minute to melt the lanolin completely, unless you do not mind having lanolin particles in your oil. After a minute, remove the bowl from the warm water bath, stir a little, then pour the mixture into the remaining oil. Mix until well blended. Then add in your vitamin E and mix well. I have just noticed that I still have some particles of unmelted lanolin derivative in the oil, and I have decided to filter it out. I filter it through a cheesecloth, although I think a strainer with small holes would work as well. See how the oil looks after it has been filtered. I first pour the oil into a beaker so that I can easily pour it into my container without spilling it. Please make sure your container is clean and sterilized. You can use this beetroot oil directly on your face and body, or use it to prepare your beetroot body butter. Unfortunately, we cannot add it to any formula that contains water, otherwise the beetroot will oxidize and the color will change from pink or red to brown. I am still trying to work out how to add beetroot extract to a water-based formula without it oxidizing. Please share your thoughts on this in the comment section. This oil can be used in the morning and evening. By using this oil, you get the amazing benefits of lanolin derivative or sheep wool lanolin if that is what you are using. And you also get the amazing benefits of beetroot. This oil made with lanolin or its derivative does not separate like the first recipe made with Imwitor and xanthan gum, which you need to shake before using. Guys, look at these colors. Aren't they beautiful? In both recipes, I did not add any perfume oil or essential oil. You can certainly add one if you like. See how nicely the two oils spread on the skin. It smooths and brightens the skin's complexion, hydrates and moisturizes the skin, leaving it soft and fresh. Thank you for watching the video. If you have enjoyed watching it, please give it a like, leave a comment, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support. Bye bye and have a wonderful day.